Jesse Saint World.
Hey everybody, welcome to Jesse Saint World. I'm a touring musician. I spent about 20 years on the road. I also worked for a couple different labels and A&R, signed about 30 or 40 bands over the years. Today we're going to do a reaction video for Sleep Token. So this song, I know this is probably like pretty late, a couple weeks after everybody else has done one, but Caramel is their newest song, and from what I'm hearing, everybody's saying that it's way heavier than everything else. And I did hear a little bit of the autoplay when it first came out, but I didn't hear anything heavy. So obviously I didn't make it to that part of the song. So let's go ahead and start out. Xylophone. Oh, and also today we will be doing the lyric video. I actually want to hear what he's saying, and since this is an English band and he has a bit of an accent and also a little bit of weird diction, it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying. So to kind of understand what's going on in the song lyrically, I just kind of want to see what he's saying.
Count me out like sirens, pay back for the good times. Right foot in the roses, left foot on a landmine. I'm not gonna be there, tripping on the...
Now, I don't know much about this band, but from what I've heard is Vessel, the singer, is some kind of god or god type, archon type figure, right? And supposedly he's dying or is going to die, so that the lyric right there, I'm not going to be there. I imagine if you're more tuned in to this band's story, you would know what all that's about. But I did hear a little bit, so I know a teensy bit about this band. I don't know the full story of their gimmick.
Grapevine, they can sing the words while I cry into the bass line. Wear me out like Prada, devil in my detail. I swear it's getting harder, even just to exhale. Backed up into corners, bitter in the lens. I'm sick of trying to hide it every time they take mine. So stick to me, stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. They ask me, is it going good in the garden? Say I'm lost but I beg no pardon. Up on the dice below on the cards, I try not to talk about how it's harder now. Kinda get embarrassed on stage, looking sideways. Some of your bizarres getting worse every time they try to shove a real name just to get it worse from me, acting like...
The Garden of Eden. So nice callback to one of their earlier songs. Like I said, I don't know a ton about this group, but I've heard the popular ones that are on streaming.
Timeline, guess that's what I got for every 2020 hindsight. Everybody wants eyes on them, I just wanna hear you sing that top line. You think I mean it, then I understand, but I'm still glad you came, so let me see those hands. Stick to me.
Hide in the Limelight. That was a good lyric. There's tons of good lyrics in here so far.
Stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. I'm falling free off the final ballots.
Moving up a whole step in the middle of a chorus. That's kind of different. Strange chord changes. I dig it.
So I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. The stage is a prison.
The stage is a prison. Is touring that rough for you guys? Seems like you're getting paid pretty well by now. That's what, okay. So that's obviously what everybody's talking about. I keep seeing that everybody's doing a reaction video for this song, but they're saying how heavy it is. I'm like, not from what I heard. Halftime in 4/4. That's pretty normal for this band. All these guys can play, obviously, but their drummer is absolute insanity. Obviously, nobody knows who these guys are, minus maybe a couple things on the internet. But the drummer is absolutely insanely good, and it sounds to me like he grew up playing in some kind of worship. I don't know what religion, maybe some kind of Christian kind of church band or something like that. Because this sounds like extremely over-the-top drumming that somebody would do in like a worship kind of setting.
The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given.
So essentially this song is a lullaby. It's written in lullaby, and then he's also referencing lyrically to nightmares, dreams, stuff like that. It all fits together extremely well, and a little similar to Bring Me Back to Eden, some of that kind of stuff. As far as super heavy, I don't know if I'd call that super heavy. Maybe for this band.
I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't.
Oh, sorry. I thought they were going to go super heavy or go into some kind of other breakdown. So I will say, when it comes to Sleep Token, I'm not super huge on the band because I'm not a gigantic fan. But from what I've heard so far, this song is pretty cool. It sounds like they're advancing per album. And although it's, all the piano and stuff like that, I love piano. I write a lot of that kind of stuff in the metal and rock that I've done, but more atypical kind of stuff. This band I wouldn't say is my jam overall. That song was cool. But I will say it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Unfortunately, a lot of people, especially in America, are not huge fans of America right now. So a super huge metal band from overseas kind of makes sense for them. Along with the fact that all of this is atypical. Every single thing that they're doing in these songs is stuff that would definitely make it to where you wouldn't get it on the radio, typically. Obviously, they're played on Octane and stuff like that. But yeah, regularly, when I've worked for labels and stuff like that, if somebody sent me this, I would say cool niche. They could probably make it big on their own, but definitely not commercial. But now it is commercial. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out.